My name is Mary of Magdala, and I've just come from the tomb. Jesus is alive. I saw him. He's alive. How can I even start to describe everything that has happened over the last few days? It all seems so unbelievable, impossible even. I have not really slept since Wednesday. Thursday night was filled with prayers. And then Friday, well, how could anyone sleep after Friday? The betrayal of every hope. Nothing could have faced the image burning in my mind of his tormented, dying body on the cross. I have cried every tear there was until none was left in me. But now, so early this morning while it was still dark, myself and Mary, the mother of James and Salome and Joanna, we left by the garden gate. We had so little time to properly prepare Jesus' body for burial, so we brought our spices. And Mary and I had watched where they'd laid him in the tomb from afar, so we knew where he was buried. As we walked there, I thought, I'm not ready to let him go. I mean, he was everything to me. How could the one who had released me from the control of 7 demons, the one whom I had seen raise 3 people from the dead, how could he be dead? So when we arrived at the tomb, I could see that the stone was rolled away from the entrance, and I didn't understand. I mean, who had taken his body away? Hadn't they done enough already? And frightened, we ran back to the upper room. We had to tell Peter and John. When we told them what we had seen, they immediately got up and went to the tomb themselves, and I followed, but I couldn't keep up, and I saw them enter the tomb and pick up something white from within. And then they left, looking puzzled. Alone again and weeping, I went to the tomb and peered inside, and there were 2 people there, but no Jesus, no body. And I was so weary and confused, I didn't notice much about them, and they asked me, "Why are you crying? Why do you look for the living among the dead?" And I have said, they've taken away Jesus. I don't know where he is. But I didn't really want to talk to them. I just wanted to know where Jesus was. And when I turned away, there was yet another man, and he asked me the same question. And I begged him to tell me where Jesus was. I thought he might be someone who worked in the garden, so he would know. But he said just one word in response, and with it, my world turned upside down. He said, "Mary," and it was his voice. I felt so much joy. I fell at his feet and I clung to him. He was alive. I touched him. He was warm. He was solid. He was real. And my life was not over. But he was here in the flesh, resurrected. He spoke again, "Do not hold on to me, Mary. It is time to let me go. But I have a task for you. Tell my beloved brothers that I am alive and I will meet them in Galilee. I'm returning to my Father and your Father, my God and your God." And I looked into his eyes. They were brimming with love and boundless, joyful life. The horror and the weariness and agony of grief were filled and were lifted away in an instant, and I felt free. To obey him was my delight. So I once again went to the upper room, and my glowing expression must have looked so strange to them. Everyone was pale and exhausted. They could not believe what I had to say, but I just remembered his beautiful face, alive and well, completely replacing the nightmare image of Friday. I was not raving again. I had never been more in my right mind. I had truly seen him. First, Jesus loved me. Then Jesus healed me. And then he died for me. And then he rose again, and he gave me purpose and a reason for living life in his freedom and joy, which I had not dared to believe even existed. So rejoice with me, for God is good, and his love endures forever. The Lord has made it possible for every one of us who truly believe to truly live, because he is truly alive. There are no tears left.